Just be yourself. It's a phrase I'm sure you've heard quite often. Just be yourself when you go up on stage. Just be yourself when you go into that party. Just be yourself when you go on that first date. You get the point. But for someone with social anxiety, this might just be the worst advice that you can give them. Not because they can't be themselves, but because the act of it frightens them beyond belief. Hi everyone, my name is Blake and I am the creator of SocialAnxietyHaven.com, a website dedicated to helping people with social anxiety overcome their mental illness. As someone who struggled with social anxiety for 3.5 years, I have noticed a recurring pattern happening between people who suffer from it and those who don't. And it goes beyond a simple misunderstanding here and a simple misunderstanding there. It gets to the very root of living with and experiencing social anxiety, the idea of being yourself. Now, I don't know about many of you, but this idea of being yourself has always confused me. So I started researching where the term came from. In the late 19th century, the idea of being yourself emerged from a broader cultural movement towards authenticity and individuality. Ralph Waldo Emerson notoriously wrote about the idea of self-reliance, the idea that individuals should trust their intuition over societal conformity. Carl Rogers later expanded this idea into the idea of congruency, when outer behavior matches inner experience. Over time, these philosophies surrounding authenticity soon became common language. Instead of saying, trust your intuition or behave congruently, people just simply said, be yourself, which on its own might sound simplistic and bare, but at its root is supposed to encourage you to pursue authenticity and express your genuine thoughts and emotions. But for most of you who are watching this video, we run into a problem. On the one hand, we have people telling us to just be ourselves, but on the other, we have something inside of us preventing us from doing this. So what gives? The reason this is happening isn't because something is wrong with you. It's happening because the idea of authenticity has become associated with threat. For instance, let's say you walk into a social situation with a person you know is a friend. This is someone you've been talking to for years. Perhaps it's someone you've shared happy memories with. But all of a sudden, without you even thinking about it, your chest compresses, your eyes dilate, your muscles get tense, and your back hunches. Within seconds, your mouth is sealed shut and you are lost for words. You know that this person is safe to talk to, but for reasons outside of your awareness, you just don't know how to be yourself. This is where the problem emerges from. For most people, the idea of authenticity is a good thing. Saying to someone, just be yourself, is a healthy way to encourage someone to open up a little more. But for someone with social anxiety, the idea of authenticity, regardless of who it is around, creates a feeling of threat. This makes it difficult to open up, not because you don't want to, but because something inside of you is actively preventing it from happening. So saying the phrase, just be yourself, isn't a bad thing in its own right. It's just misreading the situation we are experiencing. If we could be ourselves, then we would. But for us, the idea of being ourselves is the problem in the first place. So what's the solution? It's not by just being yourself or trying harder, if you haven't figured that out already. It's about feeling safe enough in front of others so being yourself can come out naturally rather than forced. Going into a social situation, you shouldn't be worried about being yourself. Instead, you should focus on feeling safe enough to be who you are without even thinking about it. This brings a whole new meaning to overcoming social anxiety and is a powerful motivator for recovery. Authenticity is not a performance. It's what's left when you're not in a state of threat. What this means is that you don't become yourself by trying harder in social situations. You don't keep telling yourself to say something more interesting. You become yourself by slowly teaching your system that it's safe to be seen. And as that sense of safety builds, you stop monitoring everything you say. You stop filtering every action. And little by little, the version of you that felt so far away starts to come back on its own. In future videos, I will dive more into how you can start to feel safe in front of others again, and how you can bring your authentic self into the light again. This is such an important shift to understand, because for so long I thought something was wrong with me. I thought I just wasn't capable of being myself around other people. But the reality is, it was never about trying harder or forcing anything. It was about understanding why that version of me wasn't showing up in the first place. So if there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, it's this. You're not failing to be yourself. Your system just doesn't feel safe enough yet. And that's something that you can change. In future videos, I will dive more in how you can start to feel safe in front of others again, and how you can bring your authentic self into the light again. And if this video resonated with you, I highly recommend checking out my video on situational social anxiety triggers, where I break down why certain environments or people can make your anxiety spike and what that actually means. I'll link it here. And if you're watching this right now and it's hitting home, I want you to know that you're not alone in this. If you feel comfortable, leave a comment below, share your experience, or even just say that you relate. There are a lot of people here who understand exactly what this feels like. And if you want more content like this, content that actually explains what's going on and how to move forward, make sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.